future millionaires. We back with another banger. I'm DecemberDeMarco, Fortune 500 marketer, and I'm here to share my insights of the market with y'all to hopefully help y'all become better informed investors, man. Salute to everybody pulling up on the channel. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all smash that thumbs up like button ASAP for the YouTube algorithm. Also, jump in the comment section ASAP. Let me know if you hear. I'm trying to get familiar with some of the newer names to the channel. We have a lot of new subscribers, over 9,000 new subscribers to the channel in the last month. Y'all see we taking off, man. So salute to y'all. Y'all already know what time it is. Welcome. Classes in session. Drop hashtag classes in session. Let me know that y'all appreciate this information. First off, come join our private investment community, private stock market game. We got over 5,000 active investors over here. This is where I'm giving my free plays, my free 99 alerts is what I like to call them, tips and tricks how to become a better informed investor. Also, those free plays, I have people knocking it out the park. I have people secured over 6 figures, several times over off those plays. Also, a few of my students have crossed that $1 million threshold. One of my students is in a higher 7 figures but doesn't want to share that personally, but I have another one of my students that just hit $3 million from becoming a better informed investor, and he doesn't mind sharing his story with the channel. So salute to bro. I appreciate that. I'm going to be sharing that information shortly. Stay tuned for that. Email me for the course if you're interested, and just be taking it more serious. So we got our chart. This video is for Shiba Inu coin investors, those that are taking Shiba Inu serious and here for the long term and really want to understand what's going on. So I'm on the day chart right now. A lot of people ask me what time frame am I on. What I do is I start off either on the day chart, or sometimes my screen is already on one. I don't really necessarily have to start off on a specific one, but you just work your way, if you're on a higher time frame, work your way in, or if you're on a lower time frame, work your way out, and just try to recognize what patterns are you seeing forming in the chart. Are you seeing the same patterns forming on multiple time frames? That can give you extra confirmation that what you're seeing is likely to take place. So right off the bat, I have a few indicators up. Drop in the comment section if you can recognize which main 2 indicators that I've showed y'all that I'm using right now. So I'm gonna give y'all a second for that, just to see who's really paying attention, who's taking this information and becoming a better informed investor. I told y'all this is not just a quick YouTube video, this is more like a class. So I want to make sure that y'all are leaving each one of these videos with some value. So we're holding along our mid Bollinger Band. Our 2 indicators are our Bollinger Bands and as well as our RSI here. So those are 2 of my favorite go-tos. I have a lot of other indicators that I use for confirmation when this is real deal, when we got a lot of money on the line or day trading. So that type of information is reserved for the course. Tap in for that. Email me DecemberDeMarco@gmail.com. But right here we're holding this 53 range. Right now we're at 53.65. We just had a doge candle form on the candle before this at the bottom of a downtrend. I told y'all that is a signal that a trend, a reversal is likely to occur. Now, remember, I'm not sitting here with a crystal ball, so I cannot say this information is guaranteed. You have to understand this is not financial advice. This is crypto. It's highly volatile. We could be seeing swings from 60 to 80%, just like right now we're seeing almost a 40% retracement on our all-time high. So we could be seeing 40, 50, 60, 70, 80% swings. So if you're not prepared to hold during that time frame, then you should most likely pick a different project that you believe in more, that you're prepared to hold long term, so that way you're not shaken out by these corrections in the market or manipulation or whatever. But overall, it's a correction. So honestly, this is still a very healthy chart to me. I wish we can, pick it up right here, turn it around and break some of these resistance levels so we can continue on a higher trend. But we still are holding this trend here. So let's grab our trend line tool. And remember, we're on the day chart right now. So we just chart it up a little bit, see what we holding. Okay, boom. So we are still holding this trend. So we don't want to break this trend here. Once we start falling below this, it's gonna look really bad. But at the same time, I already told y'all, when we use our fib retracement tool, our Fibonacci tool, we don't want to see a retracement of greater than 50%, or else that can signal that a bearish trend is likely to continue to occur. And that's what we seen happen. I told y'all we had to hold the line. Sellers, mixed with a strong market manipulation. So I don't just say it's our fault but I can understand, you know, how a lot of people were shaken out of their positions during that time, because so many people were upset about the circulating supply not being, you know, correct or being increased on coin market cap. So a lot of people, you know, didn't like that. You know, a lot of people were newer to crypto, and once they seen that, that was just enough red flag for them to, you know, close their positions. So I hope, you know, which I know the majority of y'all that are rocking with me, we still diamond handing, but I hope, you know, a lot of y'all have, you know, will have the chance to see, you know, and learn from this opportunity, you know, over a period of time, where you can understand, you know, when you see something like that happen, you have to understand just to be patient. Because remember, Warren Buffett said, these markets are a device to transfer money from the hands of the patient to the let me take that back. It's a device to transfer money from the hands of the impatient to the patient. So again, this is a device to transfer money from the hands of the impatient to the patient. So impatient money gets transferred to patient money. So if you're one of them people that are jumping in looking for a home run every weekend, every week, you know, a weekend warrior, you don't really put in that much, you know, time to study. You just, every time you hear something hyped up, that's only when you jump in. It's going to be rough for you. You're going to get shaken around a lot until you learn to take it serious. So for those that are tired of, you know, getting, you know, wrecked by the market, or getting hit, or never seeing, you know, the gains they want to see, you know, that has to happen to you, so that way you can finally begin to take it serious and, you know, put more effort into, you know, becoming a better informed investor. That's why these books are behind me. You know, I lost a lot of money when I first got into the game, which is what forced me to take this serious, or else I had to just chalk it up as a L. And, you know, I took it serious, and, you know, I'm thankful that I did, because now, you know, I'm able to, you know, live financially free, you know, and understand that financial freedom is actually real. That's why I want to share this information with as many people as possible. So I would also appreciate if y'all share this video with as many people that y'all can as possible as well, because this is not, you know, something that y'all just see on every single channel that's, you know, reporting news and updates. You know, I'm giving y'all real technical analysis that y'all live as well, that y'all can use with other, you know, cryptocurrency stocks, forex market, you know, commodities, options trading, day trading. This information works for all that. So I'm really trying to put y'all on. This is stuff that, you know, I receive a lot of money to teach people, you know, so and I'm putting these videos out here for free 99, you know, so you don't have to pay anything. So share this with a loved one, someone that you want, you know, to understand, somebody that you do not want to get left behind in this movement. If you truly believe in the cryptocurrency movement, you have to share this video with the people that you care about, so that way you can at least say that you told them. Now, you know, if y'all one of them people that, you know, tapped in after somebody shared this video with you, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, so you do not miss any future updates. So here we're holding this trend line. We're still trading in this upwards trend. Now let's see what supports we have. You know, I told you I like to just pull up on a chart, start marking up support and resistance areas just to see. You know, we got support right there at the 49.87 range, and then we're seeing some resistance here at the 62.46 range. Also, we're seeing more resistance, you know, here at our 78 range, 78.98. Also here at, just, I'm trying to line it up just perfect for y'all, because y'all told me y'all like when I drop the numbers. So 71.51. And, you know, if y'all haven't hit the like button by now, I would appreciate y'all if y'all do, because this is something that a lot of people don't do, because of the fact that if one time, you know, you're wrong, you call something wrong, you'll have so many people in the comment section, you know, at you for that. So I'm really jumping out there by, you know, showing y'all what works for me. Now, y'all have to remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you that this is going to work every time. This information just tells you what is likely to happen. When once you put it all together, you can start to paint a better picture and understand where you're going in the market, or where the price action is likely to move. So we're still trading in between our Bollinger Bands. We're holding the support just about underneath our mid Bollinger Band, which is a bear signal that, you know, the price, you know, needs to break through there and turn around. So yes, we do have a doji candle at the bottom of a downtrend, but we are beneath our mid Bollinger Band. Now, what can happen is the market can use this as a resistance point now, instead of it being a support, now that we broke beneath it. But now we have our lower Bollinger Band here on the day chart that shows us we can go all the way down to, you know, the threes, to the 30s. So 3020 basically. Now, do I see that likely to happen? No. It would have to be, you know, a lot more manipulation going on or exhaustion to go on, because that's what I see happening right now. The market makers, the powers that be, are just trying to exhaust those new retail investors that just jumped in with all this new money. They want to shake all their money off the table. The only way they can transfer that impatient money to the patient money is by people closing their positions. The people that see their portfolios down, the people that bought at the top, when they see their portfolios in the negatives, they'll get, you know, exhausted from seeing red every day. I'm down 20%. I'm down 20% each and every day, when they were expecting this to go up because of they FOMO'd in, which is called fear of missing out. They jumped in just, you know, off of that hype. And, you know, the market had a correction, and they haven't been in the market long enough to understand that that's perfectly normal and healthy for, you know, a crypto that's growing. You don't want it to just continue to go up and up and up and up and up, because then it can have an even bigger crash that can, you know, basically crumble it. So we want to see a healthy impulse. Remember, I told y'all, when we see this green movement up like this is bullish. It's called bullish. When we see that pullback, or that right here, there was absolutely no pullback, basically just traded sideways from that point, broke out again here, hit our all-time high, but then we seen some correction. So this is called impulse, this is called correction. Now, I know some of y'all heard this information before, but y'all got to remember, it's you watching, you know, you, your family, and the people that you had tap in. But we have 9,000 new subscribers to the channel, so a lot of people might have missed out on this information. So I have to, you know, tap on some of this information again, just to, you know, help them, you know, become better informed investors. So with this pattern right here, what I'm seeing is a flag forming, or some people might say a wedge or a pennant. It's all a bullish pattern that we're seeing forming. You know, the characteristics of it, you know, is different. You know, the more it's stretched out could make it more of a wedge. The more, you know, just holding this support here. This is why I'm considering it more of a flag. But we can see the breakout, which is, I taught y'all how to determine that. You determine the breakout from our previous resistance of the flag pole. So here's our previous resistance. Where's the breakout from that point? So from here to the top of the flag pole, we'll grab another trend line. So from here to the top of our flag pole, that is where we can estimate our you know, our target to be. Try to make it straight. It's still a little crooked. Okay, so I'll just move this line here at the end of this breakout. Now we could throw more trend lines here, which normally you would want to have more trend lines there. So, and we keep getting that same target that I said, I believe around, you know, we would definitely eat a zero. I called that before, but I believe we might be seeing an even bigger breakout to the upside because of all the mass adoption, all the infrastructure being put in place, all the ecosystem that is being built around Shiba Inu. This is not a game, y'all. You know, we got countries, you know, Venezuela with over 83 different businesses accepting SHIB. We got, you know, the SHIB accepted here sticker, like Visa and MasterCard being accepted here. Y'all have to understand, in the early days, that was very important. That now, look at, everybody knows you can use Visa, MasterCard, you know, debit cards basically everywhere. At one point in time, people didn't know that. That's why you see those placards on the front of like a lot of businesses, because that's just a tradition that, you know, continue. But that's where that started. Now we're seeing these same stickers and placards being made for Shiba Inu. We have to connect the dots, y'all. Y'all don't have to, but y'all gonna be looking back at these videos in a few years like bro told us about this, you know. So, you know, I'm just trying to make y'all, you know, better informed. And this is not financial advice. I'm not saying YOLO. I'm not saying risk more than you're willing to lose, because it's highly volatile. If you put in more money than you're willing to lose, and you see that money, you know, retrace, or, you know, you see a 50% dip in your portfolio, that might make you panic sell. That might make you, you know, get emotional. That's what the market is perfect with doing, because it's money tied to it. This is all money. So people become very emotional about money. So the people, the market makers, they understand, you know, how to, you know, fluctuate the prices and, you know, manipulate the market to exhaust and, you know, tire out beginner investors that don't have this information that I'm sharing with y'all. So make sure you subscribe, because each video I'm trying to drop more and more gems, or paint the picture for y'all in a more, you know, clear way. So we can look at our, you know, potential target breakout. Let's get some more trend lines on here. Okay, boom. Okay, boom. So we got our support there. So we can take that off. Okay, so now I start to look at our volume. You see our volume is decreasing. We're getting less, you know, buying and selling happening. So what we need to see is more volume coming in the market, and we also need to see, you know, how the green, we got these green candle here, that signifies that in this time frame, this time period, that the volume, buyers won, buyers took over during this time frame. There was more buying going on than there was selling during this period, or this candle. Now we have all these red candles here, and the fact that we have so many red ones, now it's likely that, you know, we're to see a reversal, that a reversal is likely to occur, because we're at the bottom of a downtrend. We just start to see our doge candles coming. That's likely a signal for buyers to start buying. We are right at that mid Bollinger Band, but the fact that it traded right underneath it, they might wait for it to pull back along one of these trend lines, or we will move in on a closer time frame to, you know, determine an exact load up position, maybe on a 4 hour. But they will be looking to buy along one of these key support levels, which I can also see smart money continuing to step in, you know, right here on at that 49 range. So once they can catch it at 49, or even if they can catch it down there at, let's see, that 40, just about that 44 range, they'll buy it up. It'll be bought up. Smart money will start buying. So, because the way we determine that is by looking at the furthest point that the candle is going down to. That's when the market said, you know, enough is enough. You know, this is where we buy, and we push the price back up. So you notice here the price pushed down, 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 down. Once we hit this point, this next candle started all the way up here. That means they pushed it up. Remember, I told y'all, red candles open from the top and close at the bottom. That means the price moves from, this candle started here and the price pushed it all the way down here. You have to actually look at the candles as, you know, in the direction that they're moving. Green candles start at the bottom of the real body. Remember, I told y'all the real body is the thick part of the candle, and they push in the upwards direction and close there. So keep that in mind. Shout out to everybody reaching out to the channel. Appreciate y'all. We'll tap in with y'all as soon as this video is over with. Y'all know I try to get to as many people as possible. It's a lot of messages, so you just gotta remember, once you reach out to me, you know, especially if you're interested in getting a course or something like that, you got to be ready, because there's a lot of other people that I have to message, and you know, you just want to be ready when I'm able to message you. So it looks like we have a breakout potentially forming on the day chart around, you know, the 15th, if they exhaust us all the way. Also, I was expecting to see something, you know, today, some type of you know, movement, but they continue to just push the price down, and all that tells me is, you know, they're trying to exhaust the, you know, investors. But now if we take a look at our RSI, which stands for relative strength index, it tells us, you know, how strong, you know, is the price being overbought or oversold. And right now we're right at that 54.49 range. And I told y'all, if we trade underneath a 35 and below, that signals that the price is oversold, or the asset is oversold. And if it trades above, or if the RSI is above a 70 and higher, that signals that the asset is currently overbought. And when we see that it's overbought, it's likely to, you know, start to sell off. When we see that it's oversold, it's likely to start to be bought up. You know, so we try to identify good areas to target, to, you know, good entries in the chart where we can make our money, make us the most money. So we can, you know, look at key support levels, you know, to determine where the price is likely to, you know, fall if it does retrace, and hold for support. And hopefully we, you know, we're able to, you know, catch the biggest, you know, discount that we can. So here we still have room on the RSI chart for the price to, you know, push down to that 35 level. Notice right here in the chart, if we go back in the chart right here on the day chart, that's the lowest RSI, the lowest point in the RSI we have, which was September 7th. We can see that the RSI was around that 34 level, just about oversold on September 7th. So that tells us on the day chart, you know, the price can, you know, it's like these key levels of resistance and support are like magnets that this price wants to pull or push back to. So that's what we have to, you know, watch for, the lowest areas that we see when it comes to that, because that's where, you know, it could fall to. But also we can determine that, you know, these high areas, we've seen a 91 on the RSI chart right here on October 27th. So this could be being used right now as a support. Now, if I was just eyeballing this and I threw my support line right here where we are, notice how on the RSI chart, this is just like this chart here. You can use, you know, some of the same principles from here. We can use our old resistance area. Notice how this area was here. We seen resistance, 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 resistance. It was hard for us to break above this point. We did it here, right here, but then it pushed the price right back under there, and we seen resistance again. And then next, you know, we broke out. Then we had this area as a support, basically, because the price never went below it. And actually, this became our new resistance here. That we broke out of that area, and then it became a support right there, pushed up again, rejected, and pushed down to the downside. And now this became the new support right here. So hopefully we can hold this area, because we just had, you know, some nice correction, you know, over 40%. So hopefully we get you know, some more smart money in here, you know, including us, to buy these dips up, so that way once, you know, this next catalyst comes out, we are already prepared. Notice how when that major breakout happened, nobody got a warning except for those that were subscribed to, you know, my channel. I called this before everybody called this. Y'all can just go back and look at the timestamps to determine that I'm actually, you know, on point with this information, and, you know, trying to help y'all become better informed investors. I've been, you know, with SHIB through, you know, the bull markets, the bear markets, you know, and I'm gonna be here for 5 years plus, you know, holding this, you know, investment. So that's why y'all need to be rocking with me if you believe in, you know, SHIB long term. So we're holding, you know, this area of support. I'm hoping that, you know, we see some breakout sometime soon, which it doesn't really matter when it happens, as long as it does happen and we are positioned, you know, and, you know, we got our seatbelt strapped in for, you know, that breakout. Because right now, these are your chances. They're trying to exhaust some people who, you know, try to flip a paycheck possibly and try to, you know, hit, you know, over, you know, night real quick. Now some of them will start to need money to pay bills, to you know, buy things and, you know, whatever, and they'll start to take money from their investments and sell off their positions and secure their loss. Because remember, it's called an unrealized loss. Just because you bought something in your portfolio and the percentage of it you dropped, and you know, it says you're down 20%, it's not a realized loss until you sell. It's not a real loss until you sell. That's just a paper loss is what we call it. So you have a paper loss until you actually close out your position. Because think about it, let's just say if you bought 1,000 coins or 1,000,000 coins, you still hold the same amount of tokens. So you don't have to worry just because the price has dipped. If you did your due diligence, if you did, you know, you made sure the token is legit, you made sure that they have, you know, they plan on being around for a while, you talked to the team, you looked at the use case, you looked at the community, you know, if you did all your due diligence, then, you know, you should be fine. Even when you see those retracements, those are chances for you to load up again on your next bag to be able to make even more money on the next, you know, run up. So that's what I'm hoping that we see with SHIB. You know, sometimes it may get boring. You know, I could, you know, sit here and be like every day, you know, it's about to go crazy, it's about to go crazy. But I'd rather be realistic with y'all and let y'all see these key areas of support, key areas of resistance, let y'all know what breakouts are likely to happen, what patterns are we forming on the chart, what the volume looks like, what the RSI looks like. Of course, there's a lot more indicators that we could be using and that I do personally use when I'm entering into positions or selling positions. But, you know, tap in with me to get my technical analysis course if you want to, you know, take this to the next level. If you have over $1,000 invested into cryptocurrency and you have not done any, you know, research, studying, taking any courses, classes, you know, to become a better informed investor, you are doing yourself and your money a disservice. So tap in with me if you're ready. If you have over $1,000 and you're ready to take this serious, you know, invested into crypto, then, you know, don't miss your opportunity to know when to load up even more. I'm telling y'all right now, this is not financial advice, but this is a good buying opportunity. But you'll be able to identify these opportunities on your own with different projects, because Shiba Inu is not the only coin. You know, we're making a lot of money off other coins. I had, you know, one of the ladies in my private investment community make over $45,000, you know, just in a short period of time, you know, a couple months. But, you know, she invested a small amount of money to make that. You know, another one of my students, over 7 figures, you know, in a few months, in just about 6 months time. You know, think about it. If you could learn something, you know, put all you can into it, you know, to you know, go hard at it, and in 6 months time you have the potential to, you know, make at least 6 figures, you know. And this is not like a what is it called, like a financial claim or saying you can make this amount, but I'm just saying if you had the knowledge to be able to make that amount, because it all depends on what you have to work with as well. You know, somebody that has more money to invest than somebody else starting off with this knowledge will be better off, because they'll know how to, you know, put that money to work, you know, at a higher level and see higher gains from that. Or if they don't know what they're doing, see higher losses from that. So that's why I say if you have over $1,000 invested, because you know, to a lot, that's serious, to a lot of people that's serious money. So I say if you're at that point, then you should definitely begin to start to take it a little more serious. So that's all we got for this video. I will keep y'all updated if we see something major happening. I already gave y'all my price target of that 1-1. I think we will eat the 0 and possibly tap, you know, right there at that 1 level. But you know, we gotta give it a little bit of time to do what it has to do. You know, we're in no rush. You know, if you're in a rush, that means you FOMO'd in. That means you just were trying to get rich overnight, basically, because it's still very early. Everybody that's been buying those dips when I told them to are up tremendously. You know, I got a lot of people in my family that have invested in SHIB. A lot of my friends invested in SHIB. You know, a lot of, y'all that are rocking with me invested in SHIB. And I'm talking about my OGs to the channel early on. And all of us are up. We are all up. Now, you know, don't worry, don't panic if you're in late and you ain't up yet. You just got to wait your turn. Everybody will get their turn up at bat. You just got to knock it out the park when you get up there. So you have to start to build this knowledge base, this information to know what to do. So that way, when it's your turn at bat, you can knock it out the park. So that's all we got for this video. Appreciate y'all for pulling up on me. Make sure y'all follow me on Twitter at DecemberDeMarco as well as Instagram, and we are out.